The Giants' first open OTA practice had barely begun, and an unexpected scene stopped the field. Jackson Dart, the rookie draft pick at the end of the first round, was there. Not with the reserves, not with the backups. He was in the huddle with the starters. And that, my friends, is historic. Not just because it's unusual, but because it completely changes the tone of the season before the preseason even begins. Under Brian Daboll, the Giants have always had a clear hierarchy at quarterback. When Daniel Jones was the starter, he received 100% of the snaps with the first team, with no room for dispute. Now, out of nowhere, a rookie comes in and gets reps with the starters? That's not just different, that's symbolic. It's a silent warning that things are changing in New York. This kind of movement doesn't happen without intention. It's not random. When a coach gives a rookie room in a big practice in front of the media, he's sending a message. And this message is clear. We are considering all possibilities. And in this case, the main possibility has a name and number. Jackson Dart, jersey number 6. Some fans will say, oh, it's just May practice. And that's fine. The caution is understandable. But anyone who follows American football closely knows decisions like this at such early stages often define the course of the season. And if Dart is already sharing space now, imagine in August. What lies ahead could be bigger than anyone imagined. Jackson Dart may not be just a project for the future. He could be the Giants' immediate present, and that possibility, my friends, is the kind of spark that ignites a silent revolution in the locker room. To introduction. Hey, Blue people, if you breathe Giants like I do, if every piece of news from Big Blue already makes your heart race, then you're in the right place. Today we're going to talk about something that could change the course of the season even before the oval ball officially flies. Yes, we're talking about Jackson Dart, the rookie who's already stealing the show in OTA training. He's not just learning, he's competing. But before we dive into the details of this exciting story, like this video because it really helps strengthen the Giant community here on the channel. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and activate the bell because here we follow every step of our Giants with excitement and information. Every week there's new content, analysis, behind the scenes footage, and of course, that pinch of emotion that only true fans understand. And hey, comment below, do you think Jackson Dart will end the season as the Giants' starting quarterback? I want to know your opinion because this debate is going to get heated. The team started with a promise of stability with Russell Wilson, but the scenario may be turning upside down faster than we thought. The most impressive thing about this story is that no one expected this dispute to start so soon. The plan seemed simple. Russ as the starter, Jameis as the experienced backup, and Dart being polished in the background. But that's not what we saw on the field. What we saw was a coach testing, daring, and perhaps even signaling a new era. And if you enjoy watching a team transform, get excited about young talent emerging, and believe that the Giants are building something special, then this video is for you, because today we're going to analyze every detail of the first week of OTAs, what the reporters saw, what could come next, and why Jackson Dart could already be putting real pressure on Russell Wilson's status. 3. Building the scenario. The first week of OTAs was divided into 3 practices, with only one being open to the press. And even with that one glimpse, the reporters caught a movement that got people talking. Amid technical drills and rehearsed repetitions, the media's eyes immediately focused on one specific scene: Jackson Dart lining up with the Giants' first-team offense. It wasn't a mistake. It was real, and it was important. During this observed practice, Russell Wilson, as expected, took the majority of snaps with the starters. But what no one expected was that Dart would also get his chance with the top receivers and starting offensive line. It was only 3 snaps, according to reports, but it was enough to make it clear that the rookie is being taken seriously. And here's the thing, veteran Jameis Winston was only on the second team. In normal times, this setup might just be a curiosity, but for the Giants under Brian Daboll, it's a novelty. In previous seasons, the separation between starters and reserves was strict, almost military. Dart, however, broke that pattern right away. The symbolism of this change weighs more than the number of snaps itself. We're not talking about just any rookie. Dart was drafted in the first round, and that changes the value of every decision the coaching staff makes regarding him. Involving him early with the first team also shows that the staff sees real and immediate immediate potential. He's not just an investment for 2025 or 2026. He could be an impactful asset as early as 2024. And of course, when a young quarterback starts sharing space with veterans even before the preseason, the question that remains in the air is inevitable. What does this mean for the future of the franchise? The answer may not be clear now, but the path has begun to be paved, and it was there on that Tuesday OTA. 4. Development Jackson Dart's performance during those few snaps was, to say the least, encouraging. On the first play with the starters, he executed a rollout to the left with ease, planted his feet, and threw an accurate ball over linebacker Bobby Okereke. The ball found wide receiver Jalen Hyatt in the back of the end zone. It was a clean, technical play, and one that drew positive reactions from the sideline. This type of execution, even in a controlled environment like OTAs, it cannot be ignored. Dart showed command, quick reading, and accuracy. These are signs of maturity, especially considering that we are at the beginning of the process of a rookie adapting to the NFL system. For the analysts present, that was the play of the day. Not bad for someone who is just starting out, but Dart didn't stop there. Later, during another play, he maintained possession, left the pocket, and ran towards the left side of the end zone. With a bold leap, he dove to reach the pylon. Another touchdown. The play was artistic, aggressive, raised awareness about the importance of staying healthy. But in terms of energy, attitude, and visual impact, the play was exactly what fans want to see. The numbers also reinforce this narrative. While Russell Wilson had a solid performance, Dart was not far behind. In his few snaps, he had 2 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, and 2 rushing touchdowns. High production in a short space. Jameis Winston, on the other hand, had a lackluster practice with an interception and no reps with the starters. Another curious highlight was the reduced number of snaps for Tommy DeVito, only 4. This shows that the coaching staff is clearly focused on making room for the 3 main players, and among them, Dart is already being treated as a priority. The order of the practices may not be definitive, but it reveals clear intentions. For Connor Hughes, a reporter for SNY, there is no doubt Dart had the best moment of the day, and that coming from an analyst who follows the Giants and Jets